What's up, Reefers? Welcome back to Ash's channel and to my 150-gallon mixed reef in the episode number 4 of the Weekend Tips series. Stay tuned. So before I begin, I would first like to take this opportunity to thank Paul from Reef Community Worldwide. I'm going to drop the link to his channel. Go check out his channel. He has some wonderful videos and his tank is amazing. And I want to really thank you, Paul, for making that intro for me. You pretty much gone out of your way and did that intro for me, and not just one. You made 1, 2, and 3 different kinds of intros. So Paul, thank you so much. Appreciate it, buddy. Man, I forgot to do my water changes this weekend. Oh no, my nitrates went up. What am I gonna do? I didn't do my water test when it was supposed to be done. Why do I see brown tips on my SPS? Did I have an alkalinity spike? So you guys might have figured out by now what am I trying to get by doing those small little drama clips. Well, it is the maintenance schedule, right? If you do not have a maintenance schedule, you wouldn't know how to maintain your tank. So that's the first thing first you have to have is develop a maintenance schedule. Now, what does a maintenance schedule includes? The first thing it is your water changes. How often are you going to be performing your water changes? Is it going to be weekly, bi-weekly? Is it going to be every month? How many percent of water are you going to be testing the waters, right? So that's the first aspect of your maintenance schedule. The next in line is your water test. How often are you going to be performing your water test? Is it going to be every weekend? What time of the day are you going to be performing the water test? Remember, your water test kits will give you different results performed on different time of the day because your pH fluctuates with the lights. The number 3 is which parameters are important to test the waters, right? We all know calcium alkalinity, magnesium, salinity, NO3 and PO4 are the 6 most important ones. But out of this 6, because it's not just possible to keep testing all the 6 parameters every time, we do not have time or we are busy in our daily routine. Let's narrow it down further down, and based on my experience, I have come down to alkalinity and your calcium, right? So you could definitely test these parameters every weekend. Once a week will be more than enough. And what it does is it kind of gives you a baseline, right? It kind of gives you, it develops a statistics for you. You could actually record these parameters in any app if you are using. I use Aquatic Pro. You could use Apex Fusion. It gives you an option as well if you have a Apex. If you don't, you could go and do the manual way and write it down in a piece of paper or a notebook and keep track of that parameter. So what it does is, if something goes wrong, you could always go back to that the baseline or the parameters that you have been testing to see where your tank looks good in which parameters, right? And write down a small note that this particular day, in this particular week, the tank was looking damn beautiful. So you would know what was the parameters around that time of the day in your tank. So you could take that as a baseline for your tank, right? Number 3 is the test kits. Make sure you guys use the test kits. Pick a brand and stick with it. Do not fluctuate among the brands because different brands have different procedures in testing the water parameters. Pick a brand and they are all reliable, right? So just take one which you feel comfortable, which is in your budget, and stick with it, right? Number 4 is, always it doesn't hurt to take the water and get a second opinion with your LFS. What it does is kind of compare your test levels to the test level from them, and it kind of gives you an idea where you are going wrong or where do you stay. So to summarize today's episode, under your maintenance schedule, the first thing comes is your water test. How often should I perform the water test? How many gallons or how many percentage of water shall I perform the water test? Number 2 is testing your water parameters. Which parameters to test quite regularly? Remember the 6 parameters: calcium, alkalinity, magnesium, nitrates, which is NO3, phosphates, which is PO4, and your salinity. You test this 6 quite regularly when you start your system, and once you get hold of your water parameters, then you could try and skip the nitrates and phosphates. But the alkalinity and the calcium and magnesium and the salinity are very important. You should try and maintain those test kits every weekend. Then you have to make sure that try and get the second opinion of your test kits as compared with your LFS or any of your friends. Then you also have to make sure that the test kits, whatever you use, you stay with the test kit on a longer run, and do not try to fluctuate among the various different brands of test kits. Then you also have to remember to change clean your pumps, and you're changing your T5 bulbs quite regularly as well. So that's what this summer episode is all about, guys, right? You have to have a maintenance schedule if you want to keep a saltwater tank. It's not that you're just gonna buy equipment all which is costing so much of money. You buy corals and you put it in, and then you don't pay attention towards the actual requirements for those corals to thrive. You have to provide that environment, and in order to provide that environment, you have to test the water parameters. You have to have an understanding of your water. Once you have a grip of your water parameters and the lights and how your corals are responding to it, you are actually then on a right path of success. Success will come, but you need to have patience. That pretty much summarizes today's episode, guys. If you guys like the video, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below. It's all about connecting with each other and sharing the knowledge, and that's what my whole aim is all about, coming out with these videos. If you guys want me to cover any topics, if you are interested in me looking into something else, go ahead and put into the comment section. I will try my level best. And once again, I do request you guys to go and check out the Reef Community Worldwide channel of Paul. He has some amazing stuff. And if you guys want to come and join us, there is a community that connects on Rico's Reef Tank. You could YouTube it, you could Google it, and we have live hangouts that Rico does. So you could try and connect with us there. These are all bunch of good folks up there. They talk, they give you good advices, and we like to listen from you. We like to hear from you. So we are all about listening and chit-chatting. So come on board and let's have fun in this hobby. Happy reefing.